Hello and welcome. We are now, I believe, on episode 8 of Hunter x Hunter. This might be the last episode I record today. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to see how things go. I might record one more episode. I'll have to see. My voice might get sore. It might get too late. I'll have to see what goes on. But yeah, we're on episode 8. I didn't check the title. I forgot to. But yeah, last episode was a nice little... Continuing on with that calm theme, we got to see the little match where Kahlua and Gon were challenged to grab the ball from the old man, but we also got to see a dark side to Kahlua as well, where he was willing to kill, like he was willing to Kahlua some people. Oh my god, I'm sure no one's ever made that joke before, but yeah, we should be arriving at phase 3 this episode, I imagine. They established last episode there's usually 5 to 6 phases, I think they said. So we've still got a good amount of time left in this competition. Like, quite frankly, I was expecting this test to actually be a bit quicker. Like, I was expecting it to be over quicker than it is. And that's not a problem, but I'm just saying, like, 5 to 6. So we've still got a good few more phases. And if we assume that it's going to continue the trend of more and more people being eliminated as the phases go on, that means that, like, by the time we get to like the later phases, we're only going to have a few people left. It was mentioned that oftentimes only like 10 people make it through phase 2. Like, it's not like, it said like 10 to 50 people, so it's not unheard of for very few people to make it through the second phase. So if that's the case, that means that they're expecting the potential of only a couple people, or like, how many people can even graduate? You know, I don't think it's ever said how many people can make it through all the tests on average. Like, is it 1 person a year, 5 people a year, 3 people a year? I don't think it's said how many people can make it through. But yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very curious indeed to see what's going on in this episode. So I don't want to talk too much. Let's just get right into it. Okay, so this is interesting. Like, reducing the sentence of criminals. I feel like this would be a bit of a controversial decision in regards, like, oh yeah, he did murder my entire family and go to prison for life, but he did really well in this competition, so he's getting out 70 years early. Like, I feel like that's a bit of a controversial thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be happy if the guy who like killed my family was going to get a reduced sentence because he did really well in this fucking competition, you know? Oh, he did kill 10 people, but he also did really well in this 100-meter dash. So, like, that's a bit of a strange thing, but oh well. But, like, I got my answer, though. So this guy, this total scumbag of a dude, he just wants to see people get their dreams crushed. And this is no joke. Like, he's not messing people's... Like, this isn't a friendly competition where he's screwing people over. This is... Like, it reminds me of... There's a... again, it reminds me of a show I'm watching at the moment, Kuroko's Basketball. Again, I won't spoil anything, but there's a character in there who's very similar, where he just wants to, like, screw with other people's dreams. He just gets pleasure from watching people fail. Even if he loses a match, he'll still go out of his way to screw over the other person, even though he's lost just for the pleasure of it. But this is like at a whole other scale, because these guys aren't just losing a competition, they're dying. Like, people are dying, losing their life in this competition. So, like, this guy is a real piece of work, right? Like, he's not screwing them over in some light-hearted competition. He's screwing them over in a competition where failure can result in death, right? But yeah, I don't... So we have 4 people left, right? There was the hardened guy, there was the big muscle boy, who, like, he was planning to torture the guy slowly for 72 hours. Yeah, that's, these guys aren't playing around. That's some serious stuff right there. We got some guys left. We got this dude coming up who looks unassuming, but that's the rule of anime, right? The guy who looks unassuming ends up being really tough in reality, right? That's generally how it works out. So we've got Kurapika. I still feel like I can't remember his name. Kurapika, Gon, Kahlua, and Leorio. I'm not worried about Kurapika. I'm sorry, I'm not worried about Kahlua. I'm sure he'll be just fine and he'll get through. I'm not really worried about Gon either. Kurapika and Leorio, though. I feel like for the sake of tension, one of them is going to lose, right? I feel like for the sake of drama, because we only need 3 people to win in order to pass, so that means one person can still lose, and they all progress, right? So I feel as though for the sake of drama, one of them is going to lose, and it's going to be one of the people who it's not going to be the last person, right? It would be pointless if the last person... Okay, I'm trying to think about my mindset. So we've got 4 more fights, and it's likely that one of those will result in one of our guys losing, right? I'm pretty confident that Gon and Kahlua aren't going to lose, which means it's most likely going to be either Kurapika or Leorio, right, who lose. And it can't be the final match, right? Because if the next 3 people win, then we know we're going to get through regardless, right? Because 3 people won. It doesn't matter if they win or lose the final match because we already made it through, right? We already won 3 fights, which means that if someone does lose, it's probably going to be within the next 3 fights. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Gon wins the next match, then Kahlua goes next and wins his match, and then Kurapika goes but loses his match. I think he's going to lose his match. And then the final match will be between Leorio and the last guy. And the reason I think that is because Leorio is kind of unassuming. I'd say out of all of them, he's the one who kind of is the least threatening. Because, like, Kurapika has the red eyes and nunchucks and is really strong. And Kahlua and Gon, I don't even have to explain. Leorio's kind of the least threatening out of all of them, which makes me feel he would be a good candidate for the final fight because you're not sure whether he has it in him to win. I could also see it being the other way around though, where Leorio is the one who loses and Kurapika has to pick up the slack in the final round. But that's how I'm predicting this is going to go. I think that's kind of how this match is going to go, right? In which it'll be probably Leorio's going to have to fight. And it's going to be, you're not sure what he's capable of, you're not sure it's going to be tense, you're not really sure what's going to happen. That's my prediction, right? Man, I would love to keep watching. I don't know how much more I can keep watching. I would gladly watch for like another 2 hours, but I don't think I have the time. So I'm gonna watch one more episode and I'll see how things go from there. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. This is an interesting one to watch. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this so far a lot. Leave a like, leave a dislike. It's all good. Subscribe if you want because you'll get more content. You'll get to see more and you'll get to change the colours of the buttons. Who doesn't love doing that? So yeah, hopefully a new episode soon. Love you all. See you next time.